Alright, so I'm going to do a get ready with me, and I'm also going to tell you guys Lincoln's birth story. I already prepped my face. I actually washed it, put lotion on, and sprayed it with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose Water spray. Used my Unique Touch Glorious primer, and for a little extra moisturizer and poreless primer, I used the e.l.f. poreless primer. And I'm getting ready to go in with this Glamouflage. I actually have been like loving this stuff. I don't know what it is. Like, it actually makes my face look so good, like skin wise. I have so many new friends right here, here, and here. So I'm not gonna 100% say that we're out this month, but with all the new friends showing up on my face. Oh, there's another one starting right here. I'm pretty sure that I'm out for the month. I actually just misted my sponge with the rose water. It's a 3-in-1 primer water. It's Prep Set and Refresh. But, yeah. Alright, so my due date was November 19th, and I actually had an induction date for November 19th. So what happened was at 5:30 on November 19th, I went to Mansfield Hospital. It used to be called Med Central, but I don't really think that that's its actual name anymore. And about 2 hours after arriving, they started me on Lincoln's Waking Up, of course. It's like literally every time if I turn this camera on, this looks crazy. He wakes up. And it's like automatically every time, I swear. If I hit power on my camera, he will wake up. Alright guys, I am back and I am joined by Mr. Lincoln Dean. He woke up. I swear, literally every time I hit the record button, it's like he hears it. My due date was November 19th, and my doctor, where I was going to, did not. I'm putting some vitamin E oil underneath my eyes. It's a little trick that I learned to get away from cakiness underneath the eyes when you're a little dry under there. Okay, so I go in at, I think it was 5 or 5:30 I had to be there. I cannot remember the exact time. And when I go in, about 2 hours later, they start me on Cervidil. Now, if you don't know what Cervidil is, it is a, almost looks like a tampon that they will shove up in your vajay, and they make you lay down in a bed. You are not allowed to get up to go to the bathroom or anything. Like, you literally have to lay there for 12 hours. Or no, it's 6 hours. I do believe it's 6 hours. Woo! And it's supposed to dilate your cervix. Now, with me, it did not work. I am pretty sure it's because my body was just literally not ready. Like I said, it was literally on my due date, first child, they're doing this. So, they do that. 6 hours later, they figure out that it didn't work. So they start me on Pitocin. They get me up to the highest dose of Pitocin that they can. And, you know, the lady, this whole time I'm telling them, you know, I do not want no type of pain medication whatsoever. Like, I'm a recovering addict. I just don't want any. Blah, 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 blah. And the lady was like, just couldn't believe that I was putting up with all the pain. She's like, you know, on this thing, your contractions are really, really bad. Are you sure you don't want anything? I was like, I can, you know, I'll take Tylenol or something, but other than that, I don't want it. And it was like they just kept pushing and pushing for this like new narcotic medication. I forget what it was, but I kept telling them, like, dude, I do not want your meds. Anyways, the Pitocin does not work. So, we're going into Tuesday. Tuesday morning, they start another round of the Cervidil. 6 hours later, it does not work. So they do another round of the the Pitocin. And it does not work. So what they do next is they the doctor, like, they've done switch shifts probably 2 or 3 times. This new doctor lady comes in and she says, hey, I'm just gonna check your cervix, blah blah blah. Well, she tries to stretch me, okay, without saying anything, and I screamed to the top of my lungs, and I like kicked back off of her, like kicked her chest and pushed off of her, like with my feet, and like Willie's freaking out, going like, that's so effing unprofessional, blah blah blah. And so they start me on more of the Pitocin, and they're like, I think we're into like Wednesday by this time, and they were just like, if this doesn't work, we can we can, we'll send, or we'll do a C-section. So, this is Wednesday, okay? They're doing the Pitocin while the contractions start getting pretty intense. And mind you, this is like almost 3 days of contractions. So, I'm like, you know what, I think I am going to go ahead and get the epidural. I get the epidural, and I am still on Pitocin. I decide to take a nap, and Willie gets in the shower. He calls off work that day and was like, I'm just not going to go in because he's like, I feel like today it's going to happen. So, he gets out of the shower and, like, wakes me up from just coming out of the shower. And I'm like, where is my button? Because something just does not feel right. And like, we're always joking with each other, and he's just like, yeah, right. I'm like, seriously, I do not feel good. I was like, I cannot move or feel anything from here down. Their night, they had been having problems finding Lincoln's heartbeat on and off that entire night. Like, they had to keep coming in and moving me and all that. Like, while I was sleeping, they'd wake me up to move me. Well, so I hit my call light, and like, it's like as soon as I hit it, they must have had to have been coming in already, because literally as soon as I hit it, 4 nurses walked in my room, and I'm like, oh my god. They are moving the thing around on my belly, cannot find it. They get the Doppler out, they cannot find it. Then when they do, his heart rate was 51. And they're like freaking out, like, oh my god, maybe it's just like, maybe something is, you know, just wrong, blah, 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 blah. Maybe like wrong with the Doppler. So they find another Doppler, and again, but this time it's only 30 something. And they literally looked at me and Willie, and they're like, we have to take this baby now or we're gonna lose him. And Willie's like, well, I'm gonna call my mom real quick and your grandma. And they're like, listen, buddy, if you want to be in the delivery room, you have to come now. Like, there is no calling anybody or anything like that. And of course, you know, he wanted to be in there, so he came, or they took off with me, and then like a few minutes later we met up in the delivery room, or the C-section delivery room, I should say. And yeah, they start cutting, and you know, a few seconds later, it didn't take long at all, they get him out, and we don't hear any cry. No cry whatsoever. And I'm like freaking out. And the whole time, like, before they cut into my belly though, the lady was still trying to find his heartbeat while I was being prepped for surgery. And she like told me, like, oh yeah, we hear it, and then she put it on there, and I knew it was my heartbeat, like I knew. And the anesthesiologist was like, okay, so you found it? And she's like, yeah. And she looks at him and goes like this. And I was like, why are you lying to me? This is my child. Do not lie to me. And she's like, honey, I'm sorry. We're just trying to keep you calm. That's like the main goal, is to keep you calm. And she's like, you know, everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be okay. And I told her, I was like, look, I don't care what happens to me, make sure my son's okay. Do not let anything happen to him. And so they end up cutting me, they pull him out, he's not crying, I'm freaking out, Willie's freaking out, and he's like, you know what, babe, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, because God has us, God's got us, and God's gonna make sure everything is okay. And like, it made me feel better, but at the same time, like, it was still scary. And a few moments later, Willie walked over there, and he started crying, and he's like, see, baby, look, look, oh my God, he's perfect, he's perfect. That's all I kept saying is, oh my God, he's so perfect. And this is when they're like tugging and pulling, and I'm starting to feel things, and I'm like kind of yelling a little bit. And because mind you, all I've had was the epidural and some Tylenol. I did take Tylenol. Other than that, I did all those contractions, all that labor time with literally nothing except some Tylenol. Which I'm glad that I got the epidural when I did, but then again, I kind of feel like that is what, I don't know if they can possibly give you too much epidural, but I feel like that's what happened. I think that they gave me too much epidural, and plus, you know, with my water being broke, he was just getting under distress, and it was just too hard on him. And, you know, his body, or his heart was starting to shut down, and yeah, it was just too hard on his little tiny body. So I feel like that is what did it. Like, that was what made his little heart slowly stop beating. And I am so grateful that things started feeling weird, because like, I constantly think, like, you know, what would have happened if I wouldn't have not felt everything from here down? If I'd have been able to feel everything, would I have a healthy baby? Would I even have a baby at all? Because with his heart rate dropping, I want to apologize to you guys for this. Little almost 7-month-old baby here. But like, would I have him here, and would he be as healthy and thriving as he is if I would have been able to feel everything? Also, I get into my like recovery room, and like my grandma is there, and Willie's mom's there, all these different people are there, and like, so I really didn't get to hold him. I got to hold him for like 2 seconds before everybody was like, alright, let me see him, let me see him, let me see him. And that really sucked. But it's alright, I guess. There ain't much we can do about it now, right? But I honestly feel like that had a lot to do with the fact that he had problems latching. Maybe not, I don't know for sure, but I honestly feel like that's why he had such hard time latching, and my milk supply was so low. I mean, I could be wrong on that, I don't know for sure, of course, but honestly, that's just how I feel about it. Because that's really all I wanted to do, was be able to breastfeed him. And so at like 2 months, I was just like, you know what, it's not working. I'm literally not getting any sleep. He's not getting what he needs. I'm having to supplement with formula, blah, 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 blah. So I just gave it up, and but I feel like that's a lot to do with why I make his baby food, because with me doing that, like, I know that he's getting the right, like, nutrients and stuff with me making his baby food. And, like, I know everything that he's getting. And I feel like that's why I pushed that so much, because I didn't get to breastfeed. I mean, I could be wrong, but this out a little bit. But he is an amazing baby. He's so smart. He's amazing. Like, there's really no other word for it. Everybody's always saying, like, how they can't believe he's doing this already, and he's doing this already, and how well he acts in stores. Like, he just chills. Like, he's really calm. Unless, like, his teeth are bugging him or something like that, and then, like, you know, of course he's in pain, so yeah, he's gonna cry. I mean, there's nothing really that you can do about that, besides get him the proper medicine that he needs. So that is what we do. We give him, I either use like lavender essential oil with coconut oil and rub it on the bottom part of his jaw, or I will use I do believe it's Newbie line of the like soothing gel stuff, I think is what it's called. And that usually helps him like really quickly and very, like, a lot, honestly. That really, really, really does help him a lot. And yeah. Right now I'm just smoothing out some of these harsh edges with a very, very light color. What are you talking about, Willis? What talking about, Willis? Huh? What talking about? He's super fun, and of course, you know, he's our son. And he's super lovable. Like, he loves to be loved on. He loves to, just hold on to people. Well, not just anybody, but like me or Willie. Like, he truly, truly loves to, like, cuddle with us. And the one day I took him to my doctor's appointment, and the lady in there was like, oh my god, he's such a cuddle bug, because she had to hold him real quick while I went and took my test. And she's like, oh my god, he's just such a cuddle bug. I was like, oh yeah, I know. He loves to cuddle. And she's like, little guy, I could cuddle with you all day long. So I'd take you home. And I'm thinking, oh no, lady, you wouldn't do that. Mama would not allow that. Not now, not never. Now, what I'm going to do is, now that I have everything intact, face-wise, I am not quite sure where that brush is. So, what the heck? Y'all? Well, I don't know where that one brush is, so I guess I'm just gonna use this face brush, Kabuki face brush, because I don't have time to go in. But I'm just gonna take some of this Essence matte bronzing powder, and I'm just gonna staple it. Like, I have a stapling brush, but I don't know. What I did with it. A friend of mine was like, just how do you get to do your makeup every day? I was like, oh, honey, this doesn't happen every day. Trust and believe me. It usually literally only gets to happen if he takes a good enough nap. Other than that, it just does not happen. I have literally had this brush since like 1912. My mom gave it to me. Like, it doesn't have any writing on it no more, nothing, but it's still like solid, super solid. It's just like really weird looking though. But I've had it for like ever, and I just like, I love this brush, and I've never been able to find a brush like it. Like, literally, I've never been able to find a brush like it. Okay, so with my blushing and Bali palette, I am going to take, sorry, I'm trying not to blind you guys, a little bit of, ooh, no, not that one. A little bit of this. Not quite that much, and just stamp it. Right on those cheekbones and up, going in a swirling motion. I don't know why I'm talking to you guys like I'm doing some kind of makeup thing, because that's not what this video is today. Hold on, Bubby. Mommy's almost done, okay? And the reason why I go in so, like, thick-wise with the blush is because I pack it on, because in an hour or less, it's not even going to be on there no more. Like, it'll barely be on there, seriously, especially with Mr. Wink and Dane. Huh? Oh, Mr. Baby Dane. You want that? You want it? Take it. Now, what I'm going to do is eyebrows. Oh yeah, mascara. Now, what I want to do now is I'm gonna use a little bit of the setting spray really quick. Now, the reason why I do that is because it literally like melts the makeup into the skin, and I just like to do it like that. Now I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and I am going to just line like right where my eyelashes, like right above where my eyelashes are. ain't working out. I'm seriously so nervous that I'm about to mess this up. Actually, it's not that bad. This one is a little bit thicker than this one, but unless you're like right up on me, you cannot tell. And if you are that close to me, your name better be Willie Dean, because if not, we have problems. Some serious problems. Okay, so this is the primer base. This is the actual mascara. It looks like he's starting to get a little tired again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a little bit of the primer base. Well, not a little bit of it, but... Usually I do go in with like an eyelash serum first. My eyelash serum that I have from Unique is usually what I use. But for today, we're not going to. And then I'm going to go and get a... Okay, so what I did was I went in and I swatched all these different lip colors. And this one is this one here. It's the second one here. And that is the e.l.f. Liquid Matte Lipstick in Blushing Rose. This one is... I think it's this one here. Or no, is it? Okay, well this one is this one and this one. And that one's just a liner. This one here is the melted one, which I'm pretty sure is this one right here. Or no, it's this one right here. And then this is the Tarte's Lip Paint. And I have literally, it's called Birthday Suit. I've literally used this so much, like it's damn near empty. Darn near empty. And it is that one right there. And then of course I have my this color right here. But for me today, I think it's gonna go in between these ones. Like I really... Let me do the mascara really quick. But I really feel like that Tarte one would like complement the eyes really well. But then again, I don't know. I really want to go with the e.l.f. on that too. Hold on, baby. Mommy's almost done, honey. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and do the all-natural lip liner with the Blushing Rose lip matte lipstick, or matte liquid lip, whatever. No, I was watching this video the other day on Kim Kardashian. You know that woman literally contours her lips. It's Mommy liquid lipstick liner. Are you gonna eat it? Okay, you can eat it. Now, what I will say about this is, once this stuff is on your lips, you are not smudging all day. That's kinda... That's kind of another reason why I wanted to go. Okay, let me start over again. That's kind of the reason why I wanted to go with this color, was for that reason. Because it doesn't matter how much I kiss Lincoln, drink coffee, kiss Willie, whatever, I'm not going to be transferring my lipstick onto my son or my husband. So that's a good thing. I am going to be going in and straightening my hair, and then I don't know, I might not though, honestly, because that's a little much, and he's bored and tired and over sitting in his mom room. So, huh, Bubba's? Are you over it? Are you over it? Yeah, Mom. Duh. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Huh. So you've been trying to tell Mommy you over it? You're so stinking cute. Alright guys, so I hope that you guys really, really did enjoy listening to my birth story of Lincoln, and I hope that somebody like either learns from the story or something when they get a little bit older. and they have kids. Like, I felt kind of like I was being, like, selfish, like, wanting him out, and now looking back on it, I really regret it, because I feel like if I wouldn't have been that way, then I wouldn't have went through with the induction at such an early date. And I feel like I would have been able to have a real birth with him. Now, that might not be the, like, true, that might not be the case. And another thing is, you know, we don't know. That's something that we'll never really know if that's the case or not. But this is the serum I was talking to you guys about. It's a lash serum. It helps your lashes grow, and it really, really works. But I truly feel that that has a lot to do with why I didn't get to, like, breastfeed. I feel like that has a lot to do with why I had to have a C-section. And like I said, you know, I could very well possibly be wrong on that. I don't know. And honestly, I don't know if I will ever really know. You know, it is a possibility that on our second baby, I will, definitely be looking into VBACs to see if I can try to let my body go on its own to have to have a baby on its own. And sometimes I honestly feel like that is why I had such a hard time bonding with him. Not to mention, let go. Not to mention that I did also, I don't know, I just had a really hard time bonding with him, and I'm not for sure that if that had anything to do with it. It really hurt. It really sucked. It was very weird and uncomfortable. I always worried about losing him, and I just really had a hard time bonding with him altogether. And I feel like if I would have had him naturally and been able to breastfeed, that wouldn't have been the case. But you can't take back time, so if you guys want to see little Lincoln, go ahead and keep watching to the end. If you want to meet me, watch it all the way to the end. Because I'm going to introduce myself. My name's Lincoln Dane. Say hello. Say hi, Bubba. Right here, not in the mirror, silly. Cruiser Doo wants to introduce himself as well, huh? Huh, Mr. Dewey Dog. You're so sweet, Doo-Doo. Yes, Mr. Doo Dog, I'm so sweet. But this is my life. And these are my babies. Alright, Bubba, get back. Get back. Let me finish the video. But, Lincoln loves to look at himself in the mirror. Huh? Don't you? Yeah. Hi, baby. Who is that, baby? You're here and you're also there, too. Look. Looky. You're here, too. Look. He's like, just loves to look at himself. Look, Bubba. You're right there, too. He's like, I know, Mom, but I'm more interested in this mirror. Yes. Tilly, more interested in this. Oh! Tilly dropped it. Oh, you dropped the stand. Oh, now the mirror. Uh-oh. What happened? There you are. You want to see what you would look like if you had really long hair? Look. Look at what you look like if you had really long hair. Look, Papas. Whoa, who's that baby with the really long hair? Alright guys, I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. Sorry about all the interruptions and all the loud noises, but it is kind of what happens when you have a 7-month-old, and it's like I started this at like 6 o'clock this morning, and I'm not even quite sure what time it is. It's probably about at least 8 o'clock right now. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not done so, please hit that subscribe button. It is something that I very appreciate, like really appreciate, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. And me and Lincoln are going to get ready for the day. I'm also getting my hair done here in a couple days. And I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do the brown as the base, and then caramel and burgundy highlights. Not 100% sure. I had it done like that before, and I absolutely loved it. Just absolutely loved it. So I think that's what I'm going to do again. Anyways, I digress. So, yeah. I will see you guys in my next one. No smudge, look. Nothing. Look at this. You see my hand? Let's do it here. Nothing. This e.l.f. liquid lipstick is amazing. It's on point. It's on point. It's on point. That part will probably get edited out. I'm just being stupid. Lack of sleep. Mom mode. Mom life.